Hi dear students, this is chapter 3 lesson 7 and we are going to study about slope of a line and the first definitions about inclination and slope of a line. Inclination here, the positive line, inclination of a line, the positive angle between the positive axis and the line, it should be. So positive x-axis and the line, positive x-axis this one and the line is this one, the angle between them is alpha. So this alpha is called the inclination. What about the slope of a line? Slope of a line, the inclination of the line, let's say it's equal to alpha, then tangent value means tangent alpha, it should be the slope of the line. Also I have written here, so I have pasted here, and slope is equal to m is equal to tangent alpha, it's going to be. Here there are some cases, let's say zero slope case, which means that it is parallel to x-axis. When it is parallel to x-axis, the angle it becomes 0, alpha is 0, so the tangent 0 is equal to 0, it should be, so the slope is 0, it has to be. When the angle 90, it is undefined, the slope was undefined, if you remember, so we are calling no slope. And when the angle is between 0 and 90 degree, which means that smaller than 90 degree, or we can call acute angle. When the angle is acute angle, it is positive slope. When the angle is between 90 and 180 degree, it's going to be negative slope. Also, we need to know also that one here. Okay, find the slopes of the lines which inclination 30, 45, 60 and 120. Actually, I'm not going to solve all of them, but let's solve some of them, like tangent, if you remember. Tangent 30 from the, I'm going to find directly from the, if you remember, the right triangle with 30, 60. Here, this is going to be 30 degree for me, and this is going to be 60, and I try to draw, this is the 90 degree. So opposite of 31, the hypotenuse, if it is 2, and this length, it was equal to root 3. So tangent 30, it's going to be equal to 1 over root 3, 1 over root 3 it has to be, which is equal to root 3 over 3, you know, from the rationalizing the denominator. So what is tangent 60? If you say tangent 60 with respect to this triangle, again opposite root 3, which is equal to root 3 over 1, it's going to be. And here, if you remember, which is equal, pardon, this is equal to root 3, then I'm going to continue with the, I solved this one, and now I'm solving 150. If you remember the angle, if it is greater than 90 degree, to calculate the calculation way was tangent 180 minus 30 it was, and this was minus tangent 30, and if it is minus 20, which is equal to minus tangent 30, since it is equal to root 3 over 3 minus root 3 over 3, it's going to be, so tangent 150, it's going to be equal to minus root 3 over 3. It means that here we are going to have 45 and 120 in the class. Find the inclination that gives the slopes minus 1 and 0. In which case it will be minus 1. Let's remember, we know that tangent 45 is equal to 1. And how it was 1? You remember the right triangle again with isosceles right triangle, 45 degree, and this is 90 degree. I'm trying to draw quickly. So this was 1, and here opposite is root 3. So tangent 45 opposite over adjacent, which is 1 over 1. That was equal to 1. But in which condition it might be minus 1? When it is tangent 180 minus 45. It should be equal to minus tangent 45, which is equal to minus 1. And it means that this is equal to 135, it should be. So tangent 135 is equal to minus 1, so the angle alpha is equal to 135, it should be. This is the inclination of the line. and with zero slope, tangent alpha, if it's equal to 0, it means that alpha was equal to 0 also. If it is undefined, it was 90 degree. We need to remember also that one. Here the angles in the triangle, it is given. We are going to find the slopes of D1 and D2. So I need to find the angles directly here. Since it is theta plus 150 is equal to, since theta plus 150 is equal to 180, it means that theta, it should be equal to 30. And for D2, I'm going to find M2, let's say, it's equal to tangent 30, it has to be, which is equal to, in the previous page we found it, which is equal to root 3 over 3 it is. What about this one? This is alpha and it is 100 alpha plus 60 is equal to 180 degree it has to be. So alpha, it should be equal to 120, which means that for the D1, M1 is equal to tangent 120. This is tangent 180 minus 60, which is equal to 60 degree here. I didn't write, yes, this is equal to minus tangent 60, which is equal to minus root 3 it has to be. Okay, the next one, it is related with the right triangle here. In the right triangle, we know that this distance is equal to 2 units, and this distance it's equal to 3 units. And I can find here, this is, if it is alpha and this is theta, alpha plus, we are looking for tangent theta, by the way, we are looking for tangent theta, we are looking for, and tangent 180 minus alpha, it has to be, you know, from the formulas, and this is minus tangent alpha, it should be. And tangent alpha here, opposite over adjacent in the right triangle, which is equal to minus 2u over 2, if we say, it's equal to 3, pardon. If we say minus 2u over 3u is going to be equal to minus 2 over 3, it has to be, or also I can write here directly without using the u, which is equal to minus 2 over 3. There's no need to write the length as 2u, and because the squares gives us that one also here, that's 2, and here that's 3.